Well, welcome back to Mill. My name's Bill. This is Power Solutions Forestry. I am back from lunch and I'm still working on the black oak 5/4 flooring. Show you what we got so far. We got all these 12-foot fours here. I think there's 17 of them. I have a couple that edge off, and I got another black oak up on the mill right here. I'm going to try to standardize the flooring at 5-inch. So I want a 10-inch can out of this. It's like an 18, but it does have some softwood on the outside. So we're going to try to, at first I was thinking I wanted to get a 15-inch cant out of it, but I think that's just going to be a lesson in futility. It would need to be 15 1/4 in one dimension so that I could cut it into 3 5-inch thick pieces. But there's so much crap on the outside of this, I think I'm just going to mill it and try to shoot for that 10 1/8 by something super high. That's kind of my goal right now. I'm going to try and skin it apart a little bit slowly, see what the wood inside looks like. Pause you guys whenever I can. And we're going to take this thing down, get the punky wood off it, get it kind of into, I'm hoping to get a 10. So I think it's this way is the long way. So I kind of want 10 wide. I can go ahead and mark that right now with a level if I can find my blue crayon. What did I do with my blue crayon? I don't know. We'll try to mark it with the red one. So if I have my center marked here, and if I go out 5 from the center on both sides, now obviously I need 10 1/8, but if I go out 10 inches and kind of just go ahead and plumb this up with all these stupid mushrooms and shit on here. And if I gut it like this, then I could split it in half and take a whole bunch of boards out of here. I'm just going to use this as kind of like a little bit of a guide. So I know I can hit these 2 marks for sure and split it in half. And then whatever it's going to take me to clean up here, it's going to end up being about, let's just say there. And we'll see when we flip it over. So we'll get, if we can get this 10-inch, 10 1/8 wide here, as high as we can get here, that'll give us a good block to get a whole ton out of this. Now that's also going to leave a 5/4 flitch here that's usable and a 5/4 flitch here that's usable. And then up here, we'll just see what happens. And this should cant out somewhere around 100 board feet. I end up with about 100 board feet on that. Let me just double check this with the Doyle scale. It's a stupid log because it's like 8 feet long, and don't cut your logs 8 feet long. So at 8 foot, right here, it's 100 board feet. So these 2 logs are going to get me close to the total that I need for the floor. They're going to get me close. I'm still going to have to cut another log, and I think I have a black oak over in my firewood pile that's a little smaller than this and maybe a teeny little bit longer that I had kind of been eyeballing the mill for a while. I think that one would finish this whole thing up, and I believe I could get a 10-inch can out of it. We'll figure that out as we go, but let's start skinning this thing apart. It's got a little dirt on it. I tried to brush some of it off. Hopefully there's no metal in it. I don't see any black staining on it. I did not. I kind of wanted this one a little bit well this morning. But, you know, we're going to find out. This kind of is what it is at this point. So I think my top cut's going to be about, I don't know, 16 probably on this. So let's try it at 16. This log is not propped up. It's pretty symmetrical. So we'll see what we can do with this one. Take you along for the ride. This is not going to be anywhere near the, I don't think, the calculation level of the other log. Because I have to kind of, I'm shooting for that 10-inch strip in the middle, and I think I have plenty to do it. So let's try and cut this one apart. You may be asking yourself, did I take off too much, and is there a board in here? There very well may have been, but there's some punky wood right here. I can peel it off of my fingers. There's a little low spot right here. It's not very thick right here. I don't think it'd be a very good board if there was. So I think what we just did was really good. It's a really nice flat. This is very straight grain. It's a beautiful little log. It's going to work out great, I think. So I think we can just go ahead and flip her over. I'll take you along for the whole ride here probably, just because I have to walk over there to pause you. Come on. It's a weird size when you get them when they're like just about 8 feet here. It wouldn't fit on 3 bunks, so it would just barely fit, and it would have fallen off when I got to the notch cut down there. So I just bridged it over 2. See, that's the punky wood. Now, if I could get this squared up on the side, I would take it. Get my log dog assist in here. Go quite a bit more. Get a better bite on it. On a log like this, a little fatty like this, if I could get it 90 degrees on the side, I would take it and just cut it that way. It's got to go a little more, I can see. A little bit more. Where's my little one? I'm going to lose my log dog assist, I think, if I do this. I think I'm pretty close. It's actually a teeny bit over-rotated, I think. It's pretty damn close. Yeah, it's pretty close right where it is. I think I'm going to try and dog it off right here. And if I could take the top off it right there, that'd be good. Save me a flip anyway. So if I'm guessing that the bottom's down there, I want to take it off about Again, about 16. That leaves me a little bit to come down. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take it off at 16 and then take a 5/4 flitch off it, and then I'll leave that. It's gorgeous. I'll show you some of these slabs in a minute. Beautiful wood. So yeah, I got a 5/4 there. Works out great. I'm going to come down to 14 5/8. Take a flitch. That's a little thick. I'm going to have to take it there now. It's a little thick. Damn it. I think I pretty much, yeah, I split my line. That's perfect to get my 10-inch slab out of the middle. 10 1/8. Get this thing up here. Oh, these are heavy. There's 2 boards in that, just to show you. So in that, there's at least 2 boards. Now we'll get her flipped down now. I'll show you the slabs. Scrape it off real quick. Some people only sign on. They don't sign on for the milling. They sign on to see the wood. So I'll show you the wood. It's pretty. Beautiful. So I'll flip it up, clean up this side, and then flip it over and cut it to that 10 1/8 wide, and then split it in half. So I'll cut it down on the other side after I clean this side up. I'll cut it down into flitches. I'll put a mark at 10 1/8 and then go up to my 5/4, put another mark to see where I have to cut. And then I will cut it straight in half at 5, flip it up and cut it out. Back you up a little bit so when I come to drop flitches, you can actually kind of see me here. All right, let's get her flipped up. So kind of a heavy little fatty log. One of the problems with flipping these over by hand is that it would be better if it was more towards me, or with a fat, heavy log like this, really nothing I can do about it. Got to get my dogs backed up or they're going to stick into it when it flips down. Okay. My log dog is sit down. Take a look at my pattern on the end. This is just as flush a cut as I can get. Right now it's going to end up about 14 maybe. 14. I'll see where that's going to end up on 5/8 scale. I actually want to, because this is going to end up 10 inches wide, cut in half, and I'm going to mill this way. I actually want to get this cut on scale. I'm not used to flipping the 90-degree thing. Usually I flip it all the way over, so we actually want to make this cut. We want to clean this up on scale. So let's see, I'm already on 5/4 scale on my mill. I want to drop down, see where it makes the most sense to make the top cut. So this is like 16 1/4 on 5/8 scale. That's too high. We're going to drop a full 5/4 right there. Is 50. It's 14 7/8. That is the cut right there. That's where we're going to cut it. Close the mouth down a little bit. Hopefully we get a clean board out of this. I'm going to take another one off. We're going to just drop right to the next 5/4 drop. Keep ourselves on scale. We definitely got a 1x5 under that. Huh. Just going to mark to see if that's cutting at 5/4. Looks right. Okay, so it's going to go down a hair, so I am right. Yep, so that's going to be 13 1/2. I have to go down a hair. That's perfect. Let's see what we look like for cleaning up the side. It's pretty damn close. I probably could take one more. Now, I'm not hurting anything by taking flitches off right now because I'm on scale on my drop side. So it doesn't matter what I take off right now. They're all going to come off anyway. Just the only question is whether they're going to have to be edged or they're going to be full boards. If I take one more off right now, it's gonna help me out. Let me take one more. And that was at 13 1/2. This one's at 12. Wow, my 5/4 scale is off a little bit. My blue scale's reading a little different than my main scale. Yeah, it's going to go down a little bit. So my main scale's right. In other words, when I drop to those 5/4 marks, I've got to hit a number that makes sense. Like this one's 12 1/8. Now we can flip it up. We're going to cut it to 10 1/8 and then split it in half. So this has got to be my 10 1/8 dimension. We're going to cut it. We're going to make a mark at 10 1/8. We're going to come up a 5/4 board, make another mark, and take our top cut there to see if we can steal a board here. Then we'll cut it at 10 1/8. Then we'll drop down and we'll cut it at 5, and we'll flip it up and we'll mill it out. Oh, I got a good stuff there. So we got to make sure our stops are below 5. So I'm going to go to 3. I'll have to make sure to adjust them before I cut this out, but I'm going to leave my cant on. You guys may not get to see this, but when I do cut my cant, as I mill my cant down into 5/4 boards, you'll get to see some of that. I'm not going to go below 3 because I'll edge all those off against it. And that's going to get me in the ballpark of done. Done with this order. So what we want to do is I'm going to come down, I'm going to make a mark at 10 1/8. I'm going to come up 1 3/8 inches, make another mark, see if that looks like a good cut. If it does, I'll cut it, then take a flitch at 10 1/8 and then cut it in half at 5, and then we'll flip it on its side and we'll just cut it up. And we're on scale to do that. It is 10 1/8. All right, and then we're going to come up to 11 1/8. There's 1/4. That's 11 1/2. And I think that's all we're going to get, so I'm going to cut it right there. Now we'll drop the 10 1/8, take a 5/4 flitch off. Now we're going to come up, we're going to go back, we're going to cut it in half at 5. come up like 7 cranks. 7, I know that I cut it at 10 1/8. We'll get this top flitch off. That really cleaned up this cant. This one's going to get edged. Oh. I'll flip that on its side, and we're on scale already, and we'll just cut the thing out until we get down to like 4 inches, and then we'll edge all our edgings. Danny? Danny, come! This gets me most of my way there. It's almost 200 board feet. Is Danny over there? Hey, Scott. Good, how are you, Ben? Huh? Hey, thanks. Happy Thanksgiving. How's everything going? How's everything going? Yep. Let me pause this video really quick. Hold on. Let me pause this for a second. I got to find the dog. Let me pause you guys. That's a friend of mine, Scott. He's got like a handyman company. He kind of does a little bit of everything, jack of all trades. I found Danny. These ended up nice and straight. They really didn't spring or anything. And what I'm going to do is, since I'm on scale already here, I'm going to cut these down on scale until I get to like 3 inches. I'll show you some of the boards and we'll be done with this thing. And then after I shut you guys off, I'm going to edge those off. So I can't remember where we were, but actually we're pretty close to where we are right here. So it looks like this drop, make it make sense, 10 7/8. Gotta close my mouth down a little bit. I'm 2 cranks. I gotta dog this off a little better. It was moving a little bit. Okay, next drop is gonna be around 9 3/8. Man, these Celica fans just got awesome. They really do. This one's going to be somewhere around 8 inches. 8 1/8. I ended up with a thick board there. This one should be somewhere around 6 3/4, something like that. Yep, 6 3/4. Next one should be 5 3/8. 1, 2, 4, 5. This one should be about 5 3/8. Perfect. I know my stops are at 3, so the next cut should be at 4. Just going to want to rock my head around the side, make sure anything that I edge off is going to be a minimum of 5 inches thick. So 2, 3, 4, 7 clears at 12 1/4. Just going to want to make sure that I'm showing no more than 3 over here, and I am. I got to drop these. I'm going to see if I got room here. Yeah, it's going to be close. I need to drop these 2 a little bit. Damn it. As long as I'm below 6, I can edge everything and won't have any interference on what I leave for the camp. Take this one right down to 2. Take this one right down to 2. Oh, ouch. That hurt on that sharp edge of that. Okay. As long as I clear that first one, we're good. And I think it's going to be at 4. Yep, 4 inches. As long as I clear that first one, we're good. Yep. Okay. Come up to, I think 11 was clear. No, 11 is not clear. All right, I'll show you some of these boards. And then I'm going to edge off all that stuff. I would say that after I edge that stuff off, I will have basically enough wood to do his floor if something doesn't go haywire with the board. But I probably will mill one more log. You know, I want to make sure he has plenty. Let me scrape these off. I'll show you what they look like. Pretty. Mill's cutting great. cutting nice and flat. This cant is behaving pretty well. Here you can see the pattern on the end, how consistent it is. These oak floorboards are beautiful. Nice straight grain, gorgeous, nothing crazy in them. That's what you want. This is basically half his floor here. And I'll have to do some mathematics on after I get these all stacked and everything edged off into how many actual board feet are here versus working off. Right now I'm working kind of off of square feet, so I'm pretending that these board feet correlates at 1 inch thick, so I'm forgetting their 5/4 and going by board, pretending they're 1 inch, and then taking that board foot to correlate to his square footage, which works out the same. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to scrape these, get them stacked. It's all going to probably have to be stickered. It can sit out, a day. If he, depending on when he's going to come get them, if he's going to come get them Friday or something like that, or if it's going to be after Friday, I'm going to have to sticker them. So that's pretty much it. And I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. From Danny and myself, my wife Kate, hope you guys have a great holiday and everything's fun and food is good and conversation's good, nothing bad. And for us, for now, Supplier Solutions out.